Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video, bringing you a Bisharp team. Now, this team is interesting because there have been a few people that actually did request Bisharp, and I was surprised to actually find a team that included Bisharp, to be entirely honest. And honestly, the team does seem very good on paper. You know, you do have the Solgaleo and Kyogre combination, which do pair very well together, as we've already seen in the past. And also, this team has a Cinderace. I have not seen Cinderace in quite a while. I'm curious to see how it fares in the current meta. Like, theoretically speaking, Zacian shouldn't be able to one-shot it, I don't think, as long as we're fire type. So there's some pretty interesting combinations on this team. Of course, Bisharp, with its relatively low speed, can get some pretty nice assurances off, which do get boosted by, you know, you being a dark type and you going second. Also, this team is by Zordor12 on Twitter. I'll make sure to link their stuff down below in the description as always. Thanks a lot for the team. I can't wait to use it. If you guys are excited, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. And let's get on to these battles. Well, that's okay. That's an Abomasnow and a Beartic. I may be late to the party, but there has to be a popular YouTuber that made this team, I'm guessing. Because that just seems like the strangest thing. But hey, also, there's a Talonflame here. They have Tailwind, they have Lightning Redirection, they have Solgaleo and Kyogre as well, which can be annoying. But Bisharp, theoretically, can be pretty decent here. I also think Cinderace really tears him up also. So, let's... I don't know if we lead with Cinderace, though. Part of me wants to just bring Zapdos, but they have Lightning Rod, so we have to be a little bit scared. And Cinderace, I don't want to lose immediately since it's kind of key to victory. And I don't want to lose it to their Ogre. Problematic situations. Let's go Grim, because I think we're definitely going to need tank here. Let's go Grim and Solgaleo. We'll try to stall out their Tailwind as much as possible. And we'll bring Bisharp and Cinderace in the back. I don't think Kyogre is going to necessarily be great news for us. I mean, that's definitely gonna be Swift Swim or Slush Rush on the Beartic. I can't tell you how or which it's gonna be, but I'm assuming it's gonna be Slush Rush. Does Beartic get Slush Rush? Why do I think Beartic gets Slush Rush? I know for a fact it gets Swift Swim, because bears can swim, I guess, is why they decided to make that a thing. Whatever. They did Raichu and Talonflame, so they're gonna get Tailwind up pretty much guaranteed here, but I'm not too phased by that because we do have things like T-Wave. I can't use it right now because the Raichu's on the field, but I could always maybe use it later. I think for this first turn, like, I'm tempted to just remove Raichu from the game, but at the same time I'm also tempted to just get a light screen up. I could also theoretically still remove Raichu from the game while also getting my tankiness up. I'm like very especially defensive on this set, and thankfully they're only flying Mon they already have on the field, so they don't have a really safe switch into this. Max Quake. I honestly feel like the lead that they led with is very underwhelming. It's very low damage. To the point where I don't think my Solgaleo really cares at all. Alright, here's the fake out. That's fine. I was just really only setting screens anyway. Followed by the taunt. Okay, well, there goes my screens. But, hey, there goes your Raichu, maybe. It probably has Sash there, though. Okay, breaks it down to 1 HP. I'm content with that. Because now what I can do... I mean, I ended up raising my special defense anyway, so reality, whatever. They got rid of my screens. I'm just going to go for the Spirit Break on the Raichu. If they switch into a Kyogre, then that's fine. Then here I'm between Max Rockfall or Mindstorm. I might as well go for the Guarantee KO. Just because I'm not too certain what these Talonflame EVs are. And I'm also not certain, like, hey, what if they whip out, like, a Talonflame Dynamax? I don't expect that to happen, but you never know nowadays. All right, so there's a Tailwind. They get it a turn later, which kind of sucks. That's a little redundant to nuzzle me and go for a Tailwind at the same time, but hey man, you do you. Out goes the Raichu. This should result in a double KO here, I believe. Followed by a Max Rock Fall onto the Town Flame. Sayonara. Yep. Okay, so in 2 turns, they accomplished a Tailwind and a Nuzzle and a Taunt on my Grim. At least I got some special defense on my Assault Vested Solgaleo too. They're definitely going to have an Ogre in the back, and it's going to be like Ogre Bear Tick. Oh. Cinderace should be able to take care of that. Oh, okay. I think I have to focus down the Ogre before anything else, just because Cinderace should be able to take care of the Solgaleo. I don't have a safe switch in, and I kind of have to preserve these 2 Mons as much as I can. So I'll just attempt to just, yeah, throw everything I have into this Ogre. Do I Mindstorm or do I Quake? I think I Quake. Mindstorm would do more damage, but they don't have any priority anyway. And by putting up that terrain, I would really only be helping their Solgaleo do some damage. So let's just Quake. They're going to Dynamax something. I'm assuming it's going to be Solgaleo as well. Even though it is a Master Ball. Yeah, it is going to be the Solgaleo. All right. I mean, we're up 4-2. They go for the Origin Pulse. It's going to miss our Solgaleo. That's kind of big. It's going to hit the Grim. Thankfully, not do a lot of damage. Followed by the Steel Spike into the Berry Grim. Now, that will take us out for sure. That will 140,000% take us out. They have Tailwind for how many more turns? Too many more turns. And they're also getting defense up, which is like not what you want to see. Alright, well, Max Quake and Ogre is going to do some damage, but not enough because of the Max Steel Spike. I'm actually nervous here. I think I'm going to throw in the Cinderace for now. We really got to stall out these Tailwind turns and their Dynamax turns. We got to stall them out as hard as we can. How many more you got? 2 more Tailwind turns. That makes me so sad. Let me Protect. Which will turn me into a normal type. I have Stone Edge. I have Earthquake. Psychic Fangs, my best bet on this Ogre. Like I said, get as much damage on this Ogre as I can. Now, the fact that Ogre went for Origin Pulse right away might mean a Scarf. And it's outspeeding everything on the field. I know that it's in Tailwind, but it's outspeeding their own Solgaleo as well. Okay, thankfully that's not doing any damage to our Solgaleo. And they are going to go for the Max Quake just to get some special defense as well. I honestly would rather have them go for Max Quake than, well, never mind. Hate that. They were waiting for me to go on Dynamax, and they crit me too. We love Pokemon. We absolutely love Pokemon. Oh boy. I'm not sure we can deal with this now, because they still have a whole other turn of their Dynamax. I think our only hope here is the double Sucker Punch Kyogre and hope that's enough to knock it out there. So let's turn into a Dark type real quick. Okay, I think a double Sucker Punch will be enough to knock out, thankfully. But then it's going to be like 1 versus the... There's a saving grace here, actually. If they decide to go for the Bisharp here, maybe. Okay, my Focus Sash is going to be intact. And that's their last turn of Dynamax. And they only have one defense boost. So what we have to do is crit the heck out of it. How many turns of this dirty rain do we have? If the rain can like go away, come again another day. It's too many turns until rain. And they're just gonna EQ here. So turning into a fire type is not ideal. I think I Sucker Punch Solgaleo. I think honestly double Sucker Punch is my only bet. And hope one of them crits. Or both of them, that'd be nice. Well, that's one. That was Life Orb damage. I really need the second one to crit now. Let's go Sucker Punches. Team Sucker Punch. It's not enough. Don't go for EQ, please. They go for EQ. That's a GG. What? I am flabbergasted. What is this Cinderace's EV spread, Zordor? What did you concoct here? Just max speed, max attack Jolly. I'm just gonna keep clicking Sucker Punch because like what reason do I have not to? Yeah. Well, that's a win for us. I will take it. We defeated Franklin. GG's. Holy Trick Room setters. We have 3 potential Trick Room setters on my opponent's side of the field, along with a Whimsicott, who I guess could also be another potential Trick Room setter. So I guess we're going to be playing a Trick Room this game, whether I like it or not. They do have 2 potential Intimidators, which does spook us a little bit. But let's try not to be too concerned. We can still lead with Solgaleo, which does very well into their team in general. Honestly, double restricted is crying out to me. It's saying, go for it, Kevin. Screw it. Just do it. Do it for the meme. Actually, double Intimidators. That's a Bisharp screaming out to me. So let's do double Steel types in the lead. Why the heck not? I dare you. And we'll bring an Ogre in the back, followed by a Cinderace in the back to hopefully as many Sucker Punches as we can get in here, because they have a bunch of Psychics on their team as well. It worked last time. Maybe it'll work this time. Going against Mr. Jam Stew. What a name. Cress and Dialga coming out to be the lead. Like I said, we're in a situation here where either one can Trick Room and both make me sad. I'm almost tempted to Dynamax the Bisharp, but I'm not that crazy. I think Dynamaxing the Solgaleo is typically the better option. The issue is I can't go for the Max Quake because the Cresselia can always go for... What's that move called? So maybe I shouldn't Dynamax. Yeah, let's just double into this Cress. I'm gonna go for the Assurance. I'm gonna go for the Sunsteel Strike. They're gonna Dynamax their Dialga, which is interesting. Because I was predicting this Crest to either Ally Switch or Trick Room. I guess Trick Room will be the play. Fingers crossed. Here's a Sunsteel Strike into the Crest. So no Ally Switch. That's really good news for us. We might knock out Crest here. Depending on how much this is going to do. Assurance might do it. Ah, Barry. I thought it was gonna be Ghostberry because that's like, you know, Calyrex. But it's Cobra Berry. Get me out of here already. Unfortunate. Something's getting max quaked. Who's it gonna be? My Bisharp. I do still have Sucker Punch, so my Bisharp isn't entirely useless right now. That's definitely a Trick Room there. And Crest gets the special D-Rays. Yikes. Now, I could Sucker Punch, and I feel like that's my only option. I'm gonna max Steel Spike into this Crest to knock it out. I do think if we Dynamax or Solgaleo, we should be theoretically better off. And I'm gonna Sucker Punch the Dialga spot for a couple of reasons. One, because I don't expect Cresselia to actually attack here. I don't know why I don't expect it to attack. I just kind of don't. So we might as well just get the get some damage off on Dialga instead. Yeah, as much as we can. Any little bit counts. They go for the skill swap, and it fails. What were they attempting to skill swap? Dialga? Were they trying to give Dialga Levitate? That's honestly terrifying. Well, here's my max Steel Spike. That should be by Cresselia. So we pretty much just switched each other's side mons around. And I got some defense. I at least know that Solgaleo can go for max Quakes again. I just don't know, what do I switch into here? Between Ogre and Cinder. I think I do Cinder for now, and then Protect this turn. Calyrex is coming out. Calyrex isn't a serious threat, though. I just literally attack it, I feel. I ignore this Dialga till later, is what I'm planning on doing. And typically, Calyrex is... The fact that this Calyrex in Dynamax is, like, screaming out that, hey, maybe this is going to be, like, one of them Iron Defense ones. So the sooner I get an attack in on this Calyrex, the better. It's going to double swap. All right. Into Ensign. Fun. What a great time. Essentially wasted one of my turns, but I'm happy that I got defense going on my Assault Vested Solgaleo, because I'm like super tanky. All by a Wormwind. Okay, so they made my Cinderace completely useless. Don't know if I like that. I coulda, shoulda, woulda Quaked instead of that Ensign. I mean, how many turns of Trick Room do they possibly have left, right? I mean, they have a bunch of setters. That's the issue. It's like their whole team has setters. Now, we still do have Dynamax for one turn. They have 2 turns of Trick Room. I'm going to finally get a chance to Quake their Dialga, which is like super relevant for me, I feel. And then I guess I'll just Sucker Punch Dialga as well. Instant fakes out. That's fine. Cinderace is honestly a non-factor here. And then Dialga goes for the Flash Cannon. Alright, you get rid of get rid of Cinderace. Cinderace was not doing anything in this battle anyway. I'm just happy that, hey, I have a plus to Solgaleo. I just got a nice Quake off on this Dialga. And they only have 2 turns of Trick Room left. So this next turn, what I can do is Earthquake. And Protect. And then it'll be the World versus Calyrex Ice, which I'm down to play into, you know? Solgaleo under Calyrex Ice typically goes in Solgaleo's favor. Alright, we're a little baby Solgaleo now. Like I said, we're gonna keep it nice and simple, nice and stupid. They can't lower our stats, so Earthquake here. And to Protect. This also protects us against an incoming Parting Shot from this Incineroar. I just hope that an Earthquake's enough to knock out both of them, though. I feel like it's definitely enough to knock out Dialga. Because I don't think Dialga went for a Steel Spike. I don't remember, though. Went for Wormwind once. And then for Quake, I think the other 2 times. Here's my Ogre Protect. Followed by Darkest Lariat, okay. Into my +2 Solgaleo. And it crits me? That's not a crit? What is that instant set? That wasn't a crit? Are you sure? Wow. I'm gonna go for guarantee KOs here. So I'm gonna go for a Psychic Fang on Dialga. That should be more than enough there. And I'm going to go for a Thunder on the Ensign. Should also be more than enough there. Withdraws Ensign. Okay. They're trying to get a Fake Out turn in. Totally get it. That was so much damage. I'm so baffled by how much damage that did. Oh, the reason why they're trying to get that Trick Room turned in is so they can get Trick Room back up. Or the Fake Out turn is so they can get Trick Room back up. The good news here is that I should still double attack here because this is a non-aggro turn for them. The turn is going to result in the turn is going to result in them getting Trick Room up. I do think they have to go for the Solgaleo, though. I feel like they have to Fake Out Solgaleo. No, they do it on Ogre. Okay, so I get my Sunsteel Strike on their Calyrex. Unless they expect to live this. Which, if they do, I could be screwed. Have faith, baby. Oh my goodness. They're all living at 1 HP with everything. Oh, get me out! What is the best course of action now? Should I have attacked Ensign there? Do I just double attack here? Man, screw it, right? Might as well. Just double in. Both my Mons, hopefully one of my spread moves KOs. I'm definitely expecting them to KO at least one of my Mons here. Okay, they chose Ogre. We living though. Oh, this can go a billion different ways. I don't know what that Ensign is made of. I have to double connect here for double connect here win. Come on. Yes! Get out of here with that nonsense. Get out of here. Why are these games so close and so stressful? It could be because I'm using very uncommon Mons. But these games are so stressful, man. GG's, man. Wow. All right, let's see what the last one's like. Did you guys know Dua Lipa plays Pokemon? Neither did I. That's a team. And bro, that's a team that honestly I might play on the ladder. So I'm just going to write that down real quick. Because their team seems so dumb good right now. Venusaur... Grim, jeez. They have a little bit of a lack of speed control, which is good for us. But they do have a Thundurus, which, you know, can make its own speed control. I do think a Zapdos is pretty nice here. They do have potential Intimidates as well. Maybe a Zapdos Solgaleo. Solgaleo is rough because of the Calyrex. I mean, I have a bunch of Sucker Punches on this team, though. Like, real talk. I late game Bisharp is definitely going to be a play. Or maybe an early game Bisharp. I'll have a late game Cinderace and then an Ogre in the back. And hopefully Ogre can play cleanup crew. Should have a Solgaleo in the back. Solgaleo into this comp is a little spooky though. So let's do Ogre. Late game Ogre is always nice because people, one, don't expect it too much because Ogre is typically a lead. And two, because it's Ogre. Ogre with Citrus. I haven't gotten the opportunity to proc Citrus because the last battle where we actually brought down to Citrus range, we were against an unnerved Pokemon. They led with the Venu and the Grim. This is a best case scenario for us. Because all we have to do is Dynamax, Airstream, Venu, Ironhead, Grim. And then we definitely have an upper hand this turn. We have our Sash intact. They could potentially fake out here, but I think they just want to get their screens up, especially in the face of a Zapdos. And if they want to swap in Groudon and then try to go for a Sleep Powder with Safety Goggles on the Zapdos. Now, Safety Goggles on Zapdos is very common, so I'm sure my opponent knows that I'm Safety Goggles, but we'll see. They're just straight D-maxing their Safari Ball Venusaur. Alrighty. Like I said, I should make it out of this turn. My Bisharp is definitely the clear target, though. It's probably going to be like a Max Quake from this Venu into my Bisharp. They do set the light screen, so they will be able to eat this Max Airstream a little better. Oh, good news, it's not Cobra Berry too, though. Alright. It is still tanky. This should also make my Bisharp outspeed their Venu still. Oh, it's weakness policy. So it goes tanky with weakness policy? Big yikes. Wait, that's terrible. Okay, bye, Grim. Almost. Almost. Ugh. Why did it live at 1? Are Grimm's Knowles EV to live Bisharps, man? They do go for the Quake onto Bisharp. Is more than enough to knock it out. Or bring me down to Sash, rather. Now, like I said before, they could swap in a Groudon there. I'm going to Airstream again into Venu. I think I have to Sucker Punch here. Also into Venu. I feel like Venu's attacking every day of the week. The Grim might switch into Groudon, which is why I don't want to Sucker Punch that spot. They could also be expecting a Sucker Punch in that spot just for the quick free KO. There it is. There is some bad news here. Bad news is that Venusaur will now outspeed my Zapdos until the turn after. But hey, we get that Sucker Punch in there. Good damage on the Sucker Punch. Okay. All right, they just wanted the Vine Lash to take out my Bisharp. That's fine. Now, will this be enough? Almost. We do outspeed next turn, though, so that's very good news. So we can clean off that Venusaur whenever we want the following turn. And now we get the play to go into our... Okay, this is where we have all the cards are in our hand now. Because what we do now is go into Ogre. This is why I wanted to bring Ogre too. Because by going into Ogre here, we put a lot of pressure on the Groudon, we put a lot of pressure on the Venusaur, we take away the Venusaur's speed. Oh, we actually put so much pressure on this Groudon. Oh, you better run. Groudon better run. Now, is that Venusaur's... I'm just going to Airstream it. I'm not going to try to think too hard right now. I'm just going to Airstream and I'm going to Origin Pulse the Groudon. I don't think I should be too fearful of Groudon too much right now. We know that they have a Grim in the back. Groudon goes for Protect. Okay, so this is a free turn with a free +1 on an Ogre. So honestly, I take this every day of the week. Zapdos putting in some serious work. Now keep in mind they did get a light screen up. So I actually don't think the Groudon was going to go down. And by showing us Protect, we know it's also not Assault Vested. So we're getting a lot of information here. All right, just an Origin Pulse is going to go into the ground on Protect. Zapdos going to take some more Vines, and so is my Ogre, unfortunately. That's a lot of residual damage. That is a lot of residual damage. They bring back the Grim, which I don't think has Fake Out. It didn't go for Fake Out turn 1, at least. I don't know if that means it doesn't have Fake Out. I want to go for Roost here. Or Hurricane. I think Roost might be optimal. And then Origin. Or why do I feel like it has Fake Out? Why else would you bring that back on the field? Almost makes me think that I should go for Heat Wave, even in the rain, to try to get the KO on the Grim and then the burn on the Groudon if I can. And then Protect here, just to keep my Ogre safe for a turn. They could also be swapping Groudon out. No, they aren't. Okay. Ooh, there's the T-Wave. Okay. All right, that was definitely a good play for us. Heat Wave double connects here. Get rid of the Grim. And now if I get a burn on Groudon, I'll be so happy. No, not today. They go for P-Blades. Oh, thank goodness I didn't Roost. I would have roosted and gotten hit by a P-Blades. That could have been actually awful. Okay, more Vine Lash. When will it end, please? All right, now they're down to their last. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm nervous. I will outspeed. And Hurricane is my highest damage output, so I think we just go for the Hurricane there. We have Sucker Punch in the back, though. But I do think we gotta break a Sash. Cali protects, okay. The important turn here is, can I get my Origin Pulse in? Which it seems like I will. And I will. Nice. Let's see some damage, folks. Beautiful. Absolutely glorious. Is going to proc Citrus Berry. I should have 2 more turns left to rain, I think. And Groudon, what are you going for? Rock Slides. Does connect with both. Ooh, this is problematic. Okay, Cinderace. What do we gotta think this through. We gotta be smart. We gotta use our brains. I need a Sucker Punch twice here somehow. Because it's definitely gonna be sashed. So my only bet. Is it gonna be sashed? Hold on, let me look at the team. Yeah, who else here is gonna be sashed? Nobody. So we have to protect with Ogre. Sucker Punch. Hope we live our Groudon, the incoming Groudon attack, and then Sucker Punch again the following turn. By switching to Sucker Punch, I should be able to live the Astral Barrage. I just have to live this Groudon's hit, whatever it is. There's the Sucker. There's the Sash. Live the Groudon, live the Groudon, live the Groudon. Live the Groudon and the Astral. We have to live so many things right now. If Groudon can miss, that's our way to win. Okay. Didn't do a lot. They switched to Rock Slide. That's not stab. I think we eat that. Yes. Oh, okay. We're still in this. Now we Sucker Punch the Calyrex because we have no reason not to. We Origin Pulse until the end of time and hope we connect on Groudon. It's not over yet. It is not over. Groudon protects. They're going to double protect to get rid of my rain. Fine. They have Willow. They Willow my Ogre. Oh, that's bad. No, it's not. Origin Pulse should still KO. Okay, that's fine. All right, that's fine. Fine. We got rid of Calyrex, which was kind of the big deal, right? That should be our last turn of rain there. And finally, we can Nom Nom on the Citrus Berry. Now, I thought they went for the burn on the Cinderace, but hey. I'll take it. What is our next course of action? I think we, they're both 120. We double edge and we ice beam. That's our safest bet. Like, we're not going to sit here and miss moves, right? Groudon goes for the double, doesn't get it. That'll be a GG, folks. Oh my goodness. What a game. What an absolute game. All 3 games we had today were so stressful, but somehow we came up on top on all of them. I'm going to get you guys that rental code because I didn't expect this team to be doing as good as it did. I mean, it beat Dua Lipa for crying out loud. And here you have the Bisharp Cinderace team and the rental code for it. Zordar, thank you so much for the team. I greatly appreciate it. Remember, I will link Zordar stuff down below in the description. Honestly, this team it's got it all, man. I honestly didn't expect to do as good as I did with it. There were a couple of practice games on Showdown because I do try to have like 2 or 3 practice games before I actually run the team on ladder, just as a little bit of warm up where I had problems with Trick Room. Thankfully, we dealt with the Trick Room that we encountered today, but all in all, like Porygon 2 was a big issue because there's no fighting types on this team, or no fighting type moves. I guess maybe you can make a case for the Cinderace. You can try to sneak in a fighting type move there. But honestly, Sucker Punch was so pivotal to today's battles that I wouldn't even sacrifice the Sucker Punch for a high jump kick. All in all, great team, fun team. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. I'm Kevin, this is Pokésports. Have a great night. Peace out. Bye-bye.